Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Thursday, the 21st of April, and it's been a very, very tough day here in the markets. You can see we had this nice big uptrend we've been working on here, and we gapped up today pretty big here on this SPY. And we put the high in the first half an hour. The SPY held in better, and the first 5 minute candle was up, and then we rolled over, and you can see this big move down we've had here on the SPY today. And you can see volume is not huge. It's more than it's been the last couple sessions. But we have an ugly reversal candle here, pushed up to the 100-day, rolled over, engulfed just about the last couple days of action here. And the oscillators have rolled back over. The real weakness was been in the Qs. And this is concerning. The Qs have engulfed the last 2 weeks of action, right? So we came down here and we just took out the entire range here, and we're below it right now as we're going about 30 minutes into the close. The IWM also gave a very, very ugly candle here, engulfing the last couple of days of action. And overall, the markets are weak here today as we come into today. And the one question is going through my mind: are we about to give up the ghost? And the reason I question that is because this market, there's no real selling volume. Is this more games where they just continue to sell into every strength they can, or are they just, are they really getting ready to sell this market off finally after a while? Now, tomorrow's Friday, and then we have a huge week of earnings on tap with names like Microsoft, Apple, and Google, and the big tech names in there. And they're going to be the big barometer. I mean, if you really look at what's going on in tech, if these names, the guidance is bad, and we know that some of these names like Facebook are going to take hits based on Russia, market could be in for a big problem. What's worrying me today is some of the collateral damage we're seeing. And if you look at XLE today, you have a big bearish engulfing candle there. This has been a bastion of strength back to the 21 days. So, it's not like we haven't hit the 21-day before or have pullbacks, but that's a little ugly. The financials, which have been strong, giving a very ugly candle today, failing at the 50-day. Mosaic, which had been raging, basically rolled over below the 21-day here today. Freeport, ugly, ugly candle pushing into this gap it has back here, went right through the 50-day and just kept going. Same thing with Alcoa today, gap down under the 50-day. So these strong commodities are showing some weakness. These are off of earnings. Now, to counter that, Nucor had a good report, and I made a little bit of money on that today on quick trade, and so did STLD. So two steel names had good reports as we went into this. If you take this aside and you look around, there was strength in the market. IBM followed through off of earnings. Day two had a nice move. Pepsi had flow, held in for a while. Coke, another one that held in, was strong for a while. Strength in the food names, right? Continue to be strong there. Some of the big pharmas, BMY today decided to have a nice day, pushing back up to a new all-time high. Merck showed some strength again today. Even J&J and AbbVie had perked up later in the day. The real problem remains everywhere outside of these few and far names far between. Target pushed up today and giving a big reversal candle down after that. Costco also, after yesterday's action, engulfing that candle, filling that gap back to the 8-day. And Walmart put a new all-time high. It's holding in better, so still some strength there. And if you look in the tech world, this is where it gets ugly, and it gets ugly fast. Apple tried to break out, had some strength. I made money long twice on it today, and then it completely reversed and gave up the ghost. And you can see here on the 5-minute chart, we're trading it up into these pushes here, these trying to break out and push through here. And then it rolled over, and then it just really, really rolled over. And, now we engulfed yesterday's candle on this and lost all the moving averages with the 200-day again. Microsoft, similar, was trying to push early today into a gap it had there. It touched the gap, it pushed into it very, very briefly, and then it reversed, and you got an ugly candle there. Google giving up the 2500 area. This has been support since around January, still barely holding on to that level there. Tesla, after that fabulous report and this big gap up, is almost giving it all back. It's given back all but about $23 of that push up. And the market's basically saying here, it's not well, it's not happy, it's very concerned about tech names specifically. NVIDIA, we've been talking about the 210 areas, big support, sliced through it today down to 200 here. AMD lost 90. Right, look at this. We were talking about 100 for support and 95. We've lost 90 now. There's carnage out there. So, we have a webinar tonight. We're going to talk about this some more, but it's time to be very careful here. Don't overtrade, keep your trades small, and just be patient because the market's saying it's not well, it's not right. For whatever's bothering it, it's whether it's inflation, whether it's the Fed, whether it's the Russia and the war in Ukraine. It's just saying, or all of it combined, it's just saying it's not right and it's not happy here. And they continue to sell strength, and every bounce they get, every chance they get. Until that changes, you need to adjust your style to that, get in and out of trades, and try not to sit in them for too long. Otherwise, they tend to reverse on you. New lows of the day here as we're talking. So with that said, I hope you're all well. Webinar tonight. Tomorrow's Friday. Hopefully we have a better day tomorrow. And I'll catch you guys live for the webinar coming up.